Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Patreon.
Yes, we are, Joe.
That's the first time I've said that.
That's the first time he's had a little Patreon voice in his mouth.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Along with the Cinnabon you gave me.
It is the Cinnabon you just had. Today is a Saturday, and this will be going up right now. So we are probably, we're literally 100%. We're 24 hours out from Crystal Palace and Arsenal at the Emirates.
Dead on.
This is the second preview podcast we've done here on the Patreon. So hopefully you enjoyed the first one. It was just me on my own. The Atletico one. I was a little bit rusty on my own because sometimes I go through phases where I've done a lot of podcasts on my own.
Yeah.
And you get kind of normal to the cadence of not rushing, or you are rushing because you're thinking, oh my God, dead air.
Yeah.
And then you're just like gasping for air constantly because you're just like, oh God, I need to just
say
I need a
words.
rest. Yeah. So I apologise, it was a little bit rusty, but today Joe and I are jumping on here for a quick little preview for tomorrow's Premier League game. It's at the Emirates, as I said, Arsenal v Crystal Palace.
Oh.
I think it's going to be an interesting one. I think every week you could say the term, this is make or break.
Yeah.
I don't think it is in any way, but you can kind of correlate it. You can kind of work it back down to the finest sediment and go, this is the kind of games that we would lose last year.
Yeah.
And these are the ones that have probably stopped us winning the league in the past.
Yeah, I don't think make or break makes it sound very...
Make or break.
Yeah, final. Like the season's over if we lose. Mm-hmm. But I think in some respects, in the modern Premier League, I think it kind of is. Mm-hmm. Like, I think if you do lose these like random games here and there, it does cost you the league long term. Like you said, if you work back from the end of the season, we'll always pick apart those games. We always remember those games. We always think back to those games that cost us the league that happened like a quarter of the way into the league. I think this is one of them. Like Palace are a good team, but they are on somewhat of a downward at the minute. Mm-hmm. Like they're not as forceful as they look like they were going to be. So I think now's the time. But I mean, we talk about it on the main show. We do have to move past that PTSD feeling going into these kind of games because we are good now. Like we're solid. Like front to back, we are solid. Like if we just play the way we're supposed to play, which we do seem to these days, I think it should be fine. But we do need to take 3 points I nearly said Highbury, at the Emirates.
Yeah, looking at Palace's last 3 games, obviously they lost 2-1 at the Dickens Hill Stadium.
Is that the name?
I think it is. Everton in the Premier League before the international. They came back from the international break. They drew home 3-3 to Bournemouth. Then they went into Conference League this week, I believe it was, and they lost to AEK Larnaca at home.
Well, you don't want to do that.
Which is not ideal. And I mean, when you look at their lineup, they had Henderson in goal. They had Lacroix, Gay, Canvolt. Feels like maybe they've switched it around. Munoz on the wing, on the 5 at the back, with Mitchell the other side. Lerma, Hughes, and Mateta, Pino, Sart. So they were full strength.
Yeah.
And they struggled to break down a 4-2-3-1 formation, which... Dare I say that might be similar to what we're going to be playing.
It's close.
It's close. And I mentioned it on the regular podcast this week that one formation Arsenal under Arteta particularly has struggled with was the one he implemented early on in his career to kind of just become more stubborn, which was that 5 at the back. And Munoz and Mitchell as their wing-backs are the real problems for us. And when you look at the opening day against Man United, I really do think we struggled with that 5 at the back and the overload of the fullbacks. And we didn't know how to deal with it. Again, I don't think we were in our pomp at that moment. I think that was Gyökeres' first, proper game.
Yeah.
It was Zubimendi's first proper game.
It was early.
Everyone was kind of looking a little bit shady, dare I say, like a little...
Like figuring it out.
Yeah, and obviously
dipping their toe in the water.
Man United were madly up for it. They're very positive. So maybe it was that. I don't know. Maybe we've learned from that game of how to overload. But when you do look at that with Palace, one thing they have is they either can score a lot of goals or they cannot score at all.
Yeah.
And they either concede nothing or they concede a lot.
Yeah, defensively, it's up and down.
And I mean, at the start of the season, losing Eza, they replaced him with Pino. Then you've got Sarr, who's, I think, been unbelievable. Palace have this ability to just always have a really good, dangerous winger at any given minute. I don't know what it is about them. And then Mateta up front has just been, talk about a Barclays man.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
He is the
throwback.
He's the throwback to Benteke and that era where it's just And brute strength, but not just that. Not in like always same as Gyökeres. It's just that there's like he can get it done in the Premier League.
Oh yeah,
feeling.
Yeah, he knows it's a Saturday afternoon at 3. He needs to score a banging goal to get on match of the day.
And he scored a hat trick last week, and it really could have been 4. He could have scored. It could have been 5. He missed a header early on, and he missed a sitter right at the end. He could have scored 5 goals last week, and it shows you how good Palace are at creating chances.
Yeah,
They're not necessarily the best at putting away chances.
Yeah.
And then you look at the last 3 games of us, and we've conceded, I think, 1 shot on target in the last 3 games.
I'm holding on to that stat.
I think no got shots on target.
It's
I
none.
think it went down as 1 in that Atletico game for some reason.
Did it?
I don't really know where it was because there was 1 that happened after an offside. But either way, let's just say it was 1 in the last 3 games. That's pretty good at stopping people.
That's not just pretty good. That's pretty outstanding.
Well, I was thinking about this morning and I thought, it's mad, isn't it, where you think of there's teams out there. And who was I thinking about? I was thinking of Leeds last night and West Ham. And Leeds getting that win and West Ham struggling to, deal with set pieces, stuff like that. And I thought, God, an average team in the Premier League, can score a couple of goals, they concede a lot of goals, on any given day could lose 6-0.
Yeah.
Sometimes can't, defend set pieces. And then we are. Like, we're not even allowing shots on target.
Yeah,
it's
nothing.
so bizarre. Like, again, it's going to end. I'm sure Palace will get a shot on target. That's one thing I would, bet responsibly put money on. But it's just something we need to go out there. And obviously after Arteta's press conference, it looks like Gabriel's not going to be a fit because he did go off against Atletico.
Yeah, I saw he's questionable on fantasy football.
Yeah, so basically he went off against Atletico, if you remember, for Mosquera, and it looked like it was just one of those, like, get everyone in bubble wrap once he went to 4-0. And he was, like, smiling, clapping, like, high-fiving everyone. But Arteta in the press conference said it was discomfort or something, and he couldn't continue. He hasn't trained since. And again, I think I've seen a training picture from yesterday where after that press conference where he's very blurred in the background of like a winning team, but he is with an individual coach, so he could be doing individual training.
That sort of stuff would scare Slot.
Yeah, Slot won't like that because you shouldn't be.
You need to be transparent.
You have to be way more transparent with that guy. But there's that, and then also they'll be training today.
Yeah.
So maybe he did a little bit on the field yesterday at the end after that press conference. Then he does a full training today.
True.
So I don't know. Maybe he will be available. Either way, it was enough for me to remove him for Saliba in my fantasy team.
Is it worth, though? Because I know we said all these games are like crucial, even at this point. Is it worth, even if he is just in discomfort and it's not like a major thing, just resting him?
Yeah.
We got rotation now. Just give him a rest. Like, let him have a break. I know Arteta believes in like good players play, but I mean the way Gabriel plays is so physical and so back and forth. It's worth just kind of switching him out for someone, switch him out for Mosquera, someone, just to give him that little bit of time off. Just even if it is just such a small thing.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And also he's not scared to do it at the minute. When you think of this season, we have Mosquera who has played at Anfield.
Yeah.
He's played multiple Premier League games. He's played in the Champions League. He's also played in the Carabao Cup. He's not scared to play Mosquera. He trusts Mosquera a lot.
Oh yeah.
So the only thing I think we haven't seen is Mosquera in for Gabriel. Usually he's been coming in for Saliba.
Yeah.
So that's something that is maybe an unknown that we don't know about.
Or just Calafiori inside. Lewis Skelly on the left back.
Yeah, he might do that. He could easily do that with Lewis Skelly's performance this week. But I think with game time wise, you'd think maybe play Mosquera. But I think if Gabriel is vaguely fit, I think he does play him simply because Mosquera is going to get 90 minutes in the week against Brighton.
Yeah.
So you'd think maybe that's the way around he'd want to do it. Things don't lay as you want them to. So he might actually have to go with Mosquera this week and Gabriel might end up playing against Brighton.
Yeah.
Or he'll just leave Gabriel completely out of the team until the following week where I think we're away to Burnley.
Yeah.
And that is a game in which we're going to have to defend well and,
it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, obviously. But that's the only real mystery in our team at the minute. I think we don't know if he's fit. And again, like I said, with the depth we have, it really does feel like a different world now where Gabriel going out last year at any point, I would have been like, oh, okay, that's that game done.
Season's done.
Yeah, season's done from one game. But even the game, I'd go and go, oh, I don't know. Whereas now it's like, yeah, we're saying like openly, just put
do it,
Mosquera.
rest him.
And again, there is an unknown. We haven't seen Mosquera and Saliba together a lot, I don't believe.
No.
And with Gabriel, you don't just lose a defensive unit, you lose our best attacker on set pieces.
An absolute force.
And Palace have been susceptible to losing goals for set pieces here and there. So you do feel like you're missing a threat, but I mean, we shouldn't be relying on our centre back to score our goals and defend.
No.
So I am not overly worried. I was having a chat to someone at work yesterday who's an Arsenal fan, and I was saying, we forget in amongst all this, we had on Opta the hardest start schedule-wise. We ended up having, I think, the second most amount of injuries.
Yeah.
And to key players first. No matter how much depth you get, when you still lose a load of players, you're going to be into your depth.
Yeah.
And therefore, when your depth is now playing every 3 days, where's their depth?
True.
You know? So depth's only good if everyone's fit.
Yeah.
If they're not, then it's fine for a couple of weeks because that depth fills it in.
Yeah, you're into the second layer.
But then you're into that second layer where now the depth needs a rest.
Now there's another layer.
Yeah, and so with the injuries, and also on amongst that, we go back and forth, but decisions this year, like key decisions like the Gyökeres penalty at Newcastle, I think we could kind of agree maybe it isn't a penalty, but we don't really understand why it was clear and obvious. The Saka one was a clear error.
Yeah.
But we've been outperforming those decisions. That's huge for us.
Yeah, massive.
Like this time last year, we were succumbing to bad decisions. We were succumbing to our injuries, and we were succumbing to the fixture list.
Yeah.
And we kind of got out injured, but not out.
Yeah.
Out of this period.
Makes it feel like a momentum swing.
But we fell into the Palace and West Ham's at home in this era.
Yeah.
With off the back of those decisions and playing every 3 days and injuries, and we started to lose games. And this was the part of the season that pretty much ended up ruining our season because we ended up coming back around in December and January and February to get back into the title race, and then we kind of started again.
Yeah.
But this kind of killed us. Was we kind of put so much effort into the first 6-7 games of that hard start with the decisions, with the injuries, and we came out and actually we looked worse after it because we'd left ourselves.
Yeah.
The ghost of our past was still in that first 6 games. Whereas this year it's been nice because we've played 3 or 4 games without Saliba, including at Anfield.
Yeah.
We've played games without our captain and our main man Odegaard pretty much the whole season.
Yeah.
He's played probably 150 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, not many.
Saka's missed 3 or 4 games out of the first 12.
Yeah.
We've relied on our brand new signing, who's getting used to a new country and a new league, to play 12 and 12. Our main forward last year has been out since literally the 10 minutes he played at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
He's been out. Our other forward has been out since January. The guy who came in and started replacing Saka because Saka was hurt, then got injured.
Yeah.
So now Saka's back to having no backup. So all this has happened. The hard fixture list, out kind of, pushing on and not letting us get derailed by decisions in games. We've got to this point. And that's why I feel like this game is really important. It's not make or break, obviously. But this is I think this is a real marker. I think the Fulham one was a marker. And again, every week if you're on the Patreon, I'm sure every week we're going to go, this is a marker, this is a marker. But it really does feel like a moment because when we look across town in London, tonight at 8 p.m. is Brentford at home to Whiny Slots Liverpool. And my God, is that guy had one of the worst PR weeks I've ever seen. And
it all fell off quick, didn't it?
To watch people manipulate the situation. And I've heard people say he's Dutch. Dutch people are quite forward. And it's like, he called Newcastle a small team.
Yeah.
He said the reason why Isaac's not up to fitness was because when you're at a small team like that and you're not training. So one, he's ripped into Newcastle for no apparent reason. He then said that Isaac, 2 weeks ago, what did he say? He said, Isaac's now fit. You're going to see the best of him. What did he say this week? It's going to take him a minute to acclimatise. He's not fit. Why is he not fit? Because he refused to play for the last club. It's not because of injury. No. He refused to play, and now he's injured. The guy that you bought in for 90 million, and I think we could all agree has probably been their best signing.
Yeah.
You've made unhappy, who's doing weird social media posts.
Yeah.
And he's livid. He's got himself sent off in a strop. He's done all sorts of weird stuff. That guy now you're relying on. He's upset with teams for playing players that don't usually play who aren't now against him because guess what? Teams design their team to the team they're against.
Yeah.
He complained this week that they haven't got the right results so far because the ball's hardly been on the floor, so we couldn't press.
Yeah.
So he essentially says, if we can't press you, we can't beat you. So he's saying to everyone, keep the ball in the air and you can beat us. Secondly, he complained again, I think it was yesterday, about the Man United game last week, saying we defended more long balls this season than we did in like half of last year or something. Look at the stats for the Man United game. They did more long balls than Man United. he's lost control. And like I said, managers do this.
Yeah, but I've never seen it happen at this level.
At that
this
speed,
quickly.
yeah, the speed, and also like the things he's moaning about are really bizarre. Like, can't really moan about it. It's like going, yeah, but we would have won if that goalie'd let that one in. So what were you moaning about?
It is very reminiscent of Ten Hag. Like, it's along the same lines. Ten Hag started doing this very quickly. As soon as the wheels fell off a little bit, he starts to clutch at straws.
But you know what a Slot will not enjoy? Is Brentford taking a long throw every maybe 90 seconds when they get into your half and they win a throw. Because they'll take a throw from anywhere in your half, like Stoke used to.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I know, again, it might come back to haunt Arsenal. We might lose to them.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, we were the main culprits to getting taken down by Stoke from that.
Yeah.
And
But
I think now we're probably
now one of the teams that do it.
we're one of the teams that started all this.
Yeah.
We're the problem. We started the long throw last year.
Special teams.
Yeah, we started special teams, and they will not like that, to be away at Brentford at night, and they could overcome it with just pure talent, but
I don't know. It's too unbalanced.
They hate the conceding from set pieces. And by the way, they scored 3 set pieces in a week.
Yeah, he doesn't say
They
that.
took them ones. Yeah,
he
have
never
it.
brings
Also, he
those
won
up.
like 3 or 4 games this year with set pieces. But just that whole concept, like, it's a part of football.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't score a goal. You know, it's like him going, "Oh, you shouldn't be scoring goals with your weak foot." We didn't know.
I didn't know he could use his left.
Right. That's exactly. And that's why I say it's kind of a big weekend. Is I feel like without it being a big, Man City Liverpool game, this feels hard for Liverpool.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel great for Arsenal because obviously the way in which we played at home to Palace the last couple of years. But in this moment, and I really believe obviously we've got a couple more weeks until the international. We've really got to try and get to that international and eke out more points and just kind of don't let anyone settle. You know what I mean? Like, because other teams are trying to find their. You can see, City are starting to find their settle. Liverpool are maybe going to try and start finding that settling. The thing with Liverpool that's kind of unnerving is they looked really bad in the wins they were getting. But because they were winning, we were just going, oh, they're going to run away with the league.
Yeah, you forget about the.
But then once they started to lose, you went, oh yeah, they should have probably lost the other 5 as well.
Yeah.
But so maybe they're just bad. I don't know. But
There's something seriously off.
it does, and I think they know it as well, and it's unbalanced. But yeah, they're going to not enjoy Brentford. We've got Palace, so I just think, we could lose that and they could win that, and they're back top.
It's like you said, there's not big games this weekend, but there's small games with big consequences.
And I think and like I said, as an Arsenal fan, the last 3 years, I think these are the games, these are the weekends that we would lose the weekend.
Yeah.
But then we'd go and beat City at home or something.
Yeah.
And think you're back in it, but then go and lose to West Ham at home.
But it was a smaller loss that kind of ruined everything.
We seem to know how to set up against big teams and kind of get a result.
Yeah.
And that's I don't want to be disparaging towards Palace being a big team, but a traditional Big Six side. And then we go to like our home to Palace. Our home, we shouldn't be losing any game that isn't to City or Liverpool, really. At home.
And even those, we should be winning these days.
We need to be. So it's a must win. It's I wouldn't accept anything but a win. As far as a title charge, me being the way I am and how I've explained on the podcast, I would take a draw right now. But I think realistically, I know deep down it has to be a win. But how do you line up? What you seeing in the game? What's your prediction? If you can kind of summarize your thoughts from, line up to result, but on your end, you don't have to say you're 11. But is there any kind of weird changes, or are you thinking it's the same 11? Maybe just Mosquera.
I think it's going to be a similar 11, but not Mosquera. I think we'll pull Calafuri in and.
Oh really?
Yeah, Lewis Skelly on the left. I think just because Mosquera hasn't played on that side, I think it'll be too unbalanced. And Arteta's big on balance. Lewis Skelly's been playing well as well, and so has Calafuri, so it's a way to get them both playing. But yeah, I think Raya, Timber, Saliba, Calafuri, Lewis Skelly, and then I think the usual Zubamendi, Rice, Eze. I would play Martinelli on the left, Gyökeres down the middle, Saka right. I think just classic. The only thing you tinker with is that back left.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be tight. I think we will break them open. I'm going to make a prediction and say we'll break them open after 20 minutes. And I think after that we'll just get a couple more goals. And I think it'll end up being a bit more prolific than you'd expect, just from the way Palace have kind of been this season. Just because they got there's some cracks now in them a little bit. But I'm gonna go 3-0 Arsenal.
3-0.
Yeah, I think 3-0.
Okay. I was just looking quickly at the news. I'm reading the Standard. Palace are going to be without Chadi Riyad, Cheick Decore, and Caleb Kapora. They're going to be out for injury, and they believe that Glasner might be forced to shuffle the pack because obviously the quick turnaround from Thursday night, and we just earlier in the podcast we spoke about that 11 they put out was quite strong.
Yeah.
So they might have to, rotate a couple. I think Wharton and Kamada both played just the 20 minutes on Thursday, so they're very in line to start.
Yeah.
And Eddie Nketiah played half an hour on Thursday, so I'm fairly sure you're going to see Kamada, Wharton, Sarr, Mateta, Pino, Muniz, Mitchell, I think Lacroix, Gahey, Henderson, and I don't know who will play the other centre back because I think they might rotate. But I'm going to go 3-1. It's tough, isn't it? Because obviously with the results and the way in which we're not conceding, you almost you start feeling that feeling of I feel like Arsenal 3-1 was the go-to.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas now it feels like maybe 2-0.
Yeah, no goals conceded is the actual way. And
again, in all competitions, we've got Gyökeres now top goal scorer, but we've talked about how good everyone you speak to. I've been really chuffed with Martinelli's start.
Yeah.
He's 1 goal less than Gyökeres.
Yeah.
And again, Gyökeres has played probably more minutes than nearly everyone.
Yeah.
But he's still up there. He's got 5 goals.
His economy rate's
12.
good,
His economy's getting better. He could do with another, maybe a Premier League goal.
Yeah.
And maybe scoring not at the end at the Emirates that he scored all 5. Maybe he needs to go up the other end.
He likes that then.
Right in front of the Ashburton Army. Maybe he needs to get a goal there. I think it's a bit good game. I think I'm a bit nervous. We're down in Newport, so we can try and get down there nice and early and watch the game.
Try to fit that in.
Before we work. WWE's Gallus.
Woo!
Yeah. So for anyone on the Patreon, enjoy that. But we'll be back next week. Probably with our regular podcast on the Wednesday, Gunners Rest podcast. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, give us a 5-star review, and then look out for the Patreon because there could be an instant reaction on the Monday.
Yeah.
And then getting us ready for that because, to be honest, it's been odd because we haven't even spoken about the Atletico game.
No.
Because we previewed it. Or did we talk about it? Did we talk about it? When was it? It was Tuesday night. We did talk about it.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
We talked about it Wednesday.
Yeah.
It felt like we didn't though.
No, when you said it, then I was like, I don't remember talking about it.
I don't remember talking about it.
We did.
We did,
yeah.
Anyway, oh, yeah, because Gyökeres dicked it in. Anyway, that's been a Patreon episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.